Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bench Racing. My name is Steve Hansen, and today's topic was not exactly where I was planning on going today, but I was watching a podcast earlier, and quite frankly, it got my dander up just a little bit, and so this is today's rant, and the rant is this. Once again, the subject of the Phoenix race and Aero and Clean Air come into play with Blaney winning it, and they were explaining that how unbalanced his car was, but once he got in clean air, he was faster and all that yada stuff. Well, I'm going to go back to Daytona again, and I don't know if y'all remember, but Kyle Larson had his right front fender gone, or definitely car was messed up, and so he was running right in the pack and right in amongst everybody. Didn't seem to have any aero issues there. You go to Atlanta, and Tyler Reddick's missing the whole right front fender. Okay? Missing the whole right front fender, and, doesn't seem to be any aero issues there or anything of the kind. So this is my thing. Why is it when you're on I mean, Phoenix is a slower racetrack speed-wise, and I get they had more horsepower there. They had different tires, different downforce, blah, blah, blah. But I do not understand. I do not get this whole aero shit. When it almost seems like it's when it's convenient and cars don't handle right. Well, it's better in clean air, and I get all that. It's been that way for a long time. It has. I don't care what series it is. They yak about clean air and how much better the race car performs in clean air. I get all that, but damn it, to use that as a catalyst for why people win or lose races. Well, they were in dirty air. They couldn't do this. What the hell? You're sitting at Atlanta. He's sitting here behind cars, and and I'll back up a ways. I remember back before the Gen 7, the Gen 6, and all the generations before, there were races that guys would sit behind somebody, and as long as somebody was breaking the wind, they were fine, breaking, that kind of stuff. And it took some doing to get past them. People have ran well and won with bent-up race cars. But, as time's gone on, and all this aero stuff keeps coming into play, it seems like I get wore out from this whole bad air situation. And I'm not an engineer. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box, but somehow something's got to make sense to me because, again, okay, Blaney, when he got back a ways and was in dirty air, his car wasn't effective. There were several cars that they mentioned. It was on Harvick's Happy Hour show earlier that I was watching a rebroadcast of, and I got to thinking, let's say this. Let's say Blaney, who won the race, would have been missing part of the nose piece or part of, let's say he would have been missing the left front fender. And what would we still be talking about dirty air and all that stuff? So again, gang, I maybe I'm getting more cankered over this thing than I really need be, but it just I get tired of I guess when it's convenient to use the dirty air talking point. When, again, Tyler Reddick, who was on Atlanta, which is a small Daytona, they talked about how much it races like a super speedway, didn't seem to affect his car as far as dirty air, because he was back in there making moves. Wasn't any dirty air when you're going faster than you were at Phoenix. I'm just saying, y'all respond right here. Let me know your thoughts on it, and because like I said, at the end of the day, I don't get it. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day, everybody. And this is my little rant for the day. I try to keep these videos 5 to 6 minutes long and let me stir it up a little bit and then go on about your day. But anyway, like I said, I just, when they started yakking about the whole dirty air and this and that, I just thought, here we go again. Y'all had a perfect example that you had a guy win a race with no right front fender on a speedway, and then you come to Phoenix, which is not exactly a super speedway, and especially the way they race it. And he wins the race because he had to be in clean air. So, which is it? With that, everybody, always remember, it's better to have raced and went broke than to have never raced at all. Have a great day, everybody.